Hi guys. Okay, I get asked all the time about my curls. They're probably one of the biggest questions I get asked. So I'm excited to film a tutorial finally for you guys today, all about them, how I do them, and all the things. So, to start out, I use the T3 micro wand, and it is worth every single penny. My natural hair does not hold a curl very well, and this wand holds a curl better than anything else. So I do love this. This is their barrel that starts little and then ends big. And I like that it gives me body at my roots, but also lets the ends of my hair be a little bit of a looser curl. So that is the wand I prefer. I use Living Proof's heat protectant, that's the word. I think it's super important to use a heat protectant on your hair just to protect it. I mean, it's pretty obvious what it does, but so I have my mirror right here, so if I keep looking this way, that's what it is. So you're gonna start off parting your hair where you want it. So this is just air dried hair out of the shower. I slept on it last night, but that's it. So I have 2 tracks of extensions, and they are natural beaded rose. So I'll put a link to the post at the bottom of the video, or the blog post if you're interested in those. But what I do is I find the bottom tract of my extensions and section my hair off there. So I have a tract of extensions down and a tract of extensions up. So then I'm gonna just pull this hair and clip it up and out of the way. I curl my hair once every 7 to 10 days. I do touch up the top and my bangs, but besides that, I don't touch it. So these are those curls that I keep for 7 to 10 days. So I have my first layer down. I'm just gonna spray it with the Living Proof heat protectant, which I really like this heat protectant, but it does smell funny. So I'm not so great with that, but that's all right. So then I always, this is my natural hair. This is extensions. So I curl this piece by itself just because it will hold a curl differently than my extensions will. But I always hold my curling iron straight up and down and wrap away from my face. So, and I leave some ends out too. I don't like my curls to go all the way to the bottom. The other nice thing about this wand is that it curls super fast. So you're not waiting forever and holding your arm up forever for your curls. So I do about inch wide sections, maybe 1.5 inches. And then I hold the curling iron up and down and wrap away from my face, leaving the ends out. And I just repeat this process around my whole head. So, yeah, we're gonna fast forward this next part so you don't have to sit and wait forever through it. Okay, so now we're to the other side. So I'm not gonna curl these, I'm gonna let these just wait for my bangs. But this is natural hair, so I'm gonna curl it away from my face, and this is a smaller section just because it is my natural hair. Which I shouldn't have sat at the table apparently for this because it is giving me a ride trying to get this cord to lay right. Okay, so then I'm putting the curling iron behind my head, behind the piece of hair, and then wrapping it. So it goes away from my face. so now my bottom layer is all curled. So I'm gonna undo my clip and let the top down. And this is personal preference. You can either curl all of this at once, but my top layers are shorter, so I like them to curl differently. So then I section my hair above the second track of extensions. So both of my extension tracks are now down. And I'm gonna clip this chunk of hair up, which is all natural hair. And then I am gonna repeat the same process on this section of hair. So another big thing is to make sure you're smoothing out your sections before you're curling them, because you don't want your hair to lay funny while it's on the wand, or it's gonna heat funny and your curls aren't gonna look right. So just make sure you're smoothing out your pieces. This is not cooperating on this table. And just repeat around the whole top again. So both layers are done. You can see they're pretty curly. That's okay, because you want them to start out curly at the beginning of the week so they fall and are loose by the end of the week, and you're not curling your hair as much. So you're gonna let down this last section of hair, which you saw. I'm sure I didn't spray my heat protectant. I forgot for a second on that second layer. But so smooth this out, spray your heat protectant. So, and I, excuse me, like to curl my bangs first. So I prefer to do this as a section and this as a separate section. So when I curl this, I don't want it to be tight at the top. So I hold my wand down pretty far, and I also don't leave this very long at all because I want it to be loose. But this section, I don't want to run into this section, so I do hold this one higher up just so the curls don't all combine into one big curl. So that's how I do these pieces. This side I'm honestly struggling with right now because I had this hair break off from wearing my hair in too tight of ponytails. which is totally my own fault. So it always curls a little bit funny, but I essentially do, see, you can see that it doesn't want to stay where it's supposed to. I essentially do the exact same thing on this side. And I don't hold it very long. And if it's too tight when it comes out, I'll just pull on the bottom. You can see that little baby piece that doesn't ever go where it belongs. And then same on this piece. This piece I don't want to run into this one, so I'm gonna curl it tighter at the top, which is another reason I love this barrel wand on the end, is because it allows me to make my curls different even though they're right next to each other. Okay, and then for the rest of the top section, I just do the exact same thing as I did on the last two. Okay, so now that we're done, and it's all crazy, I go through with my fingers and just brush it out with my hands. And you can see, oh, see, where'd that piece go? I didn't like it. And sometimes my natural hair on the bottom and the back, I have to recurl just because I don't like the way it lays when it comes around to the front. But so I just run my hands through it. And like I said, this is day one. Day one is super curly. And that's okay, because the curlier it is, the longer it's gonna last. So, just run your fingers through it. Finish off with some hairspray. And when I put hairspray in, I'm smoothing the curls down just to make sure that they look smooth. And that's it. So then I literally will just go and not do it again for 7 days. So at least 7 days too. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, leave them below and let me know if there's anything else you want to see. Thanks, guys.